Turkey's military power, the silent force redefining modern warfare. While much of the world's attention remains fixed on the military giants, the United States, Russia, and China, a rising power quietly reshaping global defense strategy is often overlooked. Turkey's armed forces have evolved into one of the most formidable and adaptable militaries in the modern era. No longer a state that needs to roar to be heard, Turkey now stands as a decisive force that commands global attention. Once heavily dependent on foreign suppliers, Turkey has rapidly transformed itself into a defense powerhouse, producing more than 70% of its military equipment domestically. Ranked consistently among the top 10 militaries worldwide, and holding the title of NATO's second-largest army, Turkey's transformation from an importer to a major weapons manufacturer has been nothing short of extraordinary. From NATO peacekeeping missions to covert operations across Syria, Libya, and beyond, Turkey's forces are now shaping conflicts well outside their borders. The question many strategists ask is no longer if Turkey can project power globally, but how far it can go. Global rankings and manpower. According to the Global Firepower Index 2025, Turkey ranks 9th out of 145 countries, with a power index score of 0.1902, placing it alongside the likes of France, Britain, and Japan. It currently stands 10th in global military rankings, nearly equal to France and the United Kingdom. Within NATO, Turkey's position is even more striking. Behind the United States, it is the alliance's largest ground force, surpassing Germany, France, and the UK in total troop strength. The Turkish armed forces field a combined 883,900 personnel, including 355,000 active soldiers and 378,700 reservists. The army remains the largest branch, with 518,900 troops, supported by 115,000 Air Force personnel, 100,000 Navy members, and 150,000 paramilitary units. Analysts often refer to Turkey as Europe's most capable conventional army, and for good reason. Defense spending and modernization. Turkey's military expansion is matched by soaring investment. In 2025, Ankara allocated $47 billion to defense, a 17.5% increase from the previous year. Just 2 years earlier, that figure was $16 billion. In other words, Turkey has nearly tripled its defense spending in just 24 months. In 2024, Turkey's defense budget stood at $25 billion, up 12% from 2023, marking a 110% increase since 2015. The nation now ranks 17th globally in military spending, moving up 2 places in a single year. Turkey's defense expenditure currently sits at 2.09% of GDP, already surpassing NATO's 2% target. Ankara has also pledged to reach 5% of GDP by 2035, a move that would elevate it from a regional to a truly global power. Ground forces, strength and independence. Turkey's ground forces are among the most powerful in NATO. The army operates over 2,600 main battle tanks, including upgraded Leopard 2 and M60 models, supported by more than 9,000 armored vehicles and 1,200 artillery systems. The flagship of Turkey's tank development program is the Altay main battle tank, the first domestically designed third-generation plus tank. Armed with a 120mm smoothbore gun, composite armor, and active protection systems, the Altay embodies Turkey's ambition to rival the world's top armored platforms. In artillery, the T-155 Fırtına self-propelled howitzer provides long-range precision firepower, while local manufacturers such as FNSS and BMC supply a growing range of armored vehicles. These efforts are steadily reducing Turkey's dependence on foreign suppliers and strengthening its self-sufficiency. Air power and drone supremacy. Turkey's Air Force remains a central pillar of its military capability, operating over 1,000 aircraft. The F-16C divided by D fleet, the backbone of Turkish air power, is undergoing major upgrades to extend operational lifespan and enhance avionics. Following its removal from the F-35 program due to the acquisition of Russian S-400 missile systems, Turkey redirected its focus to domestic innovation. The country's ambitious KAAN TB2 fifth-generation stealth fighter project aims to rival advanced jets across Europe and Asia, with initial deployment expected in the 2030s. Where Turkey truly leads, however, is in unmanned aerial vehicle (UAV) technology. The Bayraktar TB2 drone, combat-tested across Syria, Libya, Nagorno-Karabakh, and Ukraine, has logged more than 1 million operational flight hours, reshaping modern warfare with its precision and cost efficiency. Newer models like the Akinci and Anka 3 further enhance Turkey's aerial dominance. The Kızılelma jet-powered drone, now in development, is designed for high speed, stealth, and strike versatility, bringing Turkey to the forefront of UAV innovation. With exports to over 30 countries, Turkey is now a global leader in drone exports, turning UAVs into a vital instrument of both military and diplomatic power. Naval power and future ambitions. The Turkish Navy fields an impressive 215 vessels, including 18 submarines, making it one of the largest fleets in the eastern Mediterranean. Key modernization projects include the Ada-class corvettes, Istanbul-class frigates, and the upcoming TF-2000 destroyers, designed for advanced air defense. Construction on the first TF-2000 began in 2025, with delivery expected by 2030. Turkey is also developing a new generation of fast attack craft and has initiated its first indigenous aircraft carrier program, a move that would significantly boost its regional power projection. Defense industry, from importer to exporter. 2 decades ago, Turkey relied almost entirely on foreign defense systems. Today, it produces over 70% of its own equipment domestically, a dramatic turnaround driven by local defense giants like Aselsan, electronics and radar, Roketsan, missile systems, Baykar, drones, and Turkish aerospace industries, TI. Together, they manufacture everything from assault rifles and anti-tank missiles to long-range cruise and ballistic systems. Turkey's defense exports now exceed $5 billion annually, with key partners including Azerbaijan, Qatar, and Pakistan. At IDF 2025, Turkey unveiled groundbreaking weapons like the Gökhan and Gök-Bora ramjet-powered air-to-air missiles, designed to rival Europe's Meteor and China's PL series. These advances underscore Turkey's growing presence in high-end missile technology, battlefield experience, and air defense. Unlike many NATO allies, Turkey has extensively tested its weapons under real combat conditions. Over the past 2 decades, Turkish forces have conducted multiple operations, including Euphrates Shield, 2016, Olive Branch, 2018, and Peace Spring, 2019, along with direct involvement in Libya and Azerbaijan's 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh campaign. During Operation Spring Shield, 2020, in Syria, Turkey demonstrated its indigenous capabilities, using Anka and TB2 drones to destroy 151 tanks, 47 artillery units, 3 aircraft, 8 helicopters, and neutralize over 3,000 enemy troops, all with domestically built systems. Turkey has also introduced the Steel Dome integrated air defense system, featuring short-dash, medium-dash, and long-range interceptors, including Korkut, Gökdeniz, Hisar Plus, Hisaro Plus, and the Cyper missile system. Together, they form a layered shield against modern aerial threats. Strategic geography and NATO role. Geography amplifies Turkey's military influence. Controlling the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits, it governs the only maritime link between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, a choke point vital for NATO operations, Russian naval access, and global trade. Positioned at the crossroads of the Middle East, Caucasus, and Balkans, Turkey acts as a strategic buffer for European security and an operational hub for NATO. The country hosts major alliance bases, including Incirlik Air Base, and participates in NATO's nuclear sharing program, with around 50 U.S. nuclear warheads stationed on its soil. Limitations and strategic outlook. Despite its impressive arsenal, Turkey still faces limitations, notably the absence of nuclear weapons, strategic bombers, and intercontinental missiles. Political frictions with Western allies have also strained defense partnerships, especially after Ankara's suspension from the F-35 program. Yet, these challenges have only strengthened Turkey's resolve for strategic autonomy. By accelerating domestic production and forging new partnerships beyond the West, Turkey has emerged as one of the most self-reliant militaries in modern history. Conclusion. In 2025, Turkey stands as one of the world's top military powers, ranked 9th globally, fielding NATO's second-largest army, and maintaining over 70% self-sufficiency in defense production. Its rise marks one of the great modernization success stories of the 21st century. Turkey has proven that a mid-sized economy can build world-class defense capabilities, not through sheer size alone, but through relentless innovation and strategic independence.